Hey guys, so apparently a smooth talking hacker remote wiped reporter's iPad. Apparently he remote wiped an employer of a former employer of Gizmodo. In his blog, Honan accounted for the speed attack. So basically, at 5 p.m. they remote wiped his iPhone. At 5:01 p.m. they remote wiped his iPad. Then at 5:05 the remote wiped his MacBook Air. So yeah, basically what they did was gain access to his iCloud account, which apparently they did, which is confirmed by him and apparently his hacker, that they went through Apple, they contacted Apple, through some social engineering, which I find to be very, peculiar. Through their social engineering, they got access to the iCloud, and they remote wiped his whole entire, digital life. Which brings 2 points up. They bypassed his password, and then they did social engineering, which means that the password thing is really, maybe maybe even if you have the secured password, you can, still get hacked, right? And then the next point I bring up is social engineering. Maybe Apple should really stop being so gullible. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing really else to say for that other than the reason, this whole reason this happened is because they were gullible, right? Yeah, I mean, maybe his security questions were a little too easy, possibly, but yeah, I mean, you can have a secure password that's like the longest in the world, but if you really have like easy security answers, if you really have customer support that's, dumb as a brick, then obviously you're gonna get hacked, right? Even if you're not, like, really, unfortunate to see this happen, but I know Apple claims, like they fully claim that when you remote wipe an iPhone or any device connected to iCloud, it will remote wipe it permanently. There's no backup to that. So hopefully he backed up his computer and his device, etc. Recently, because Apple doesn't have a backup to that, or at least if they do come out saying they have a backup of that, then they're in hot water because they claim they don't have a backup of that. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be in good water, but he was a former employee for Gizmodo, so hopefully Gizmodo, employees or ex-employees rather, are smart enough to back up their services. I know an iPhone gets automatically backed up, at least by default, and so does an iPad. MacBook Airs and Macs in general, used to set up Time Machine, so hopefully he set it up and everything, but yeah, I would be kind of sad for him because that's kind of everything. I mean, his phone, that's all gone, contacts, etc. Hopefully he has a backup of somewhat, even if it's at least like a year-old backup is better than no backup, right? And then an iPad, I guess it's the same boat as the iPhone, and then the MacBook Air, just on its own. So yeah, anyways, comment, rate, and subscribe.